Hi everyone! Today I'll be presenting my marketing communication strategy for FinTech. The focus of this project is how to shift FinTech from being seen mainly as a cheap marketplace into a platform associated with style, sustainability, and circular behavior. Currently, fintech is strongly associated with affordability. While this has helped the platform grow, it creates a clear gap between its current perception and its desired positioning. At the moment, people choose fintech mainly because it's cheap, not because of its style or sustainability value. So, the issue is not awareness of secondhand fashion, but how fintech is evaluated when people make decisions. This gap exists because how communication is structured. Price is what stands out the most across touchpoints. Affordability is repeated more often and more clearly than circular value. So, over time, it becomes what people remember. We can see this across multiple sources the website, media coverage, and user generated content. Across these channels, price cues are more visible than circular value. This reinforces a price first mindset and makes it harder for sustainability and style to stand out. Looking at the users, most current users are budget driven. They focus on deals and mainly use fintech to buy. However, the ideal user is circular conscious, someone who both buys and sells and sees secondhand as part of their lifestyle. So the goal is not to replace existing users, but to gradually shift their behavior toward more circular participation. In the competitive landscape, most platforms focus on one dimensions, either price, style, or sustainability. Vinted has the opportunity to combine all three, especially through its strong buy and sell ecosystem. This creates a unique positioning opportunity. Based on these analysis, the campaign has three objectives. First, to shift preference beyond price. Second, to build belief that secondhand is the right choice. And third, to increase buy and sell participation. These follow a clear flow from perception to behavior. And the campaign idea is called Better Together with Vinted. It reframes secondhand across three ideas better for you, better for the world, and better for everyone. So instead of positioning secondhand as cheaper, it becomes something more meaningful and desirable. The campaign is delivered in three phases. First, we make secondhand feel stylish. Then, we build belief in its impact. And finally, we make it easier for users to take action. Across all phases, paid, owned, and earned media are integrated. Paid drives awareness, own ensures consistency, and earn build trust. Together, they reinforce the same message across touchpoints. Okay, first of all, phase one for the paid media. The focus is on style. Paid media uses influencers and ads to showcase outfits and unique finds. This helps reposition secondhand as something desirable and not just affordable. Own channels then reinforce this. The app, social media, and emails highlighting styling, discovery, and created collections. This ensures the message is consistent across the platform. And media builds credibility. Users and creators share real outfits and experiences, which makes the message feel more authentic. Together, these channels make style more visible and memorable than price. The next one, phase two, focuses on building belief. We show the real impact of secondhand, such as CO2 and water savings. This is reinforced through features like product labels and dashboard. And for the earned media, we also use testimonials and sustainability influencers. This helps make the message more credible and relatable, combining facts with real experiences. And the last phase is phase three, focuses on behavior. At this stage, the main barrier is effort. So, we simplify the listing process, add incentive, and encourage action through ads and notification. And earned media supports this through referrals and social proof. For example, showing how many items are sold helps normalize selling behavior. And for KPI and measurement, we believe that to measure success, we track three things. The first one is preference, second one is belief, and the third one is behavior. This is done using surveys, platform data, and A/B testing. This allows continuous optimizations for both messaging and execution. And by executing this campaign, we believe there are several limitations, but also mitigations. It can be difficult to shift deeply ingrained price perceptions, and success depends on strong content and user experience. There are also challenges in measuring impact across channels. These are addressed through testing, optimizations, and alignment with product teams. So, in conclusion, the main issue is that people prioritize price over circular value. Better Together addresses this by making secondhand more desirable, more credible, and easier to act on. And ultimately, the goal is not just to make secondhand cheaper, but to make it something people genuinely want and choose.